And let's welcome the DMV One-Wheel Riders, a diverse community of one-wheel enthusiasts who gather regularly in and around the DMV area. They serve as passionate ambassadors for the sport and a form of a community of joy. A one-wheel is a self-balancing electric board designed for recreational and commuter use. In certain instances, it qualifies as an electric personal assistive mobility device. This one-wheeler, Carson, I think you're going to have to grab one.
I need one of those.
Hi, my name is Anibal, and thank you for tuning in to One Wheel Dog Walker, coming to you from Washington, D.C. So today we're going to recap the year 2024, and we're also going to look forward to what's happening in 2025 with the events, PEV, One Wheel, electric bikes, events that are happening all over the United States, electric scooters, and all kinds of personal electric vehicles. So, before I start, I just want to tell you that I feel very blessed to still be here because I almost didn't see 2025. Last night I got into a serious car accident where I was on the road. I was on my lane at a 30-mile-per-hour speed limit street, and a car came from behind me super fast and smacked me in the back of my van and flipped me around, not flipped me, but turned me around twice, and I wound up on the sidewalk. He wound up like 4 lanes over, almost crashed into a bridge, but he survived, and so did I. So I was happy to be home last night when I did. So I just want to start off with that I'm really blessed to be here today. Just my back is a little sore, but it could have been a lot worse. So let's begin. I'm going to be reading off a little bit of this paper that I have here. 2024 started off with my dog walking clients. You know, they've been amazing. They always take care of me around the holiday season. So I got to give it back to them and take care of the pets and take them out for adventures and make sure we have a good time. So I really want to thank my clients for being there for me through the thick and thin. 2024 started with the annual DMV New Year's ride, where we got together with the One Wheel crew. We got a few skaters and a few EUC guys, and we went out riding the first of the year, rain or shine. Well, it wasn't raining this time, luckily, but yeah, it was fun, and it's a tradition. I think this is the 6th year that DMV One Wheel riders went out and rode around Washington, D.C. to celebrate the New Year's, and I was very happy to join them on my one wheel. And after that, what happened? April 13th was the Cherry Blossom Parade, and also it was a season opener. So that was really fun. We got together at the National Mall, and we went out with the DMV One Wheel crew and participated in the Cherry Blossom Parade. We were on TV live. We had an amazing time. That same day, we had the season opener for Eastgate DC and Gladiators. So after the parade, a few hours after that, we got together and we had a really nice group ride. Must have been about 100 riders or more. And a few guys came from North Carolina, Richmond, New York, Delaware, Pennsylvania. So we had a nice crew. It wasn't as big as the Groundings, but I'll get to that. We had a few rides in May. Obviously, once a year we do the DC Bike Party event. Once a month we do DC Bike Party. Not me, but the guys, DC Bike Party, and we love to join them because sometimes a few thousand people on electric bikes going around and having a good time around the city. So that was fun. Once a month, joining the group ride in DuPont Circle and just having a good time, playing music and dancing. In June, we found this little dog that was running around loose, and the owner couldn't catch him, and he said if we could catch him, we could keep him. So I said, say no more. I got on my one wheel and chased him around for like half an hour till he got tired, and we were able to get him because not even animal control was able to get him. So we were happy that we were able to foster and adopt King Leonidas. So yeah, we got to go to a lot of beautiful parks this summer and the spring in Washington D.C. We went to Glen Carlin Dog Park. That's an amazing place where the water is super clean, and dogs and humans could, go in the water and don't feel like they'll be all muddy and stuff. So I love that park. It's surrounded by big trees and a lot of shade, especially in the summertime when it gets really hot. We could go down there and bring the dogs and cool down. It's very peaceful. It's like no cars, no outside noise. But it's not that far. It's like 10 minutes from DC. So that's Glen Carlin Dog Park. If you're ever in DC, you want to take your dog, go down there. Trust me, it's an amazing place. Also, DC finally opened up the Reservoir Park. It's been in the projects for over 10 years. And it was an old water treatment plant, and they turned it into a park, half park. There's a fitness center, a swimming pool, indoor swimming pool. It's really beautiful there. We took the guys and the girls when they came for the Groundings down there to check it out. They had a great time. There's these big round water towers that are, or former water towers that people could go in there and just ride around or just sit down and hang out there away from the shade. So that was the Reservoir Water Park, the new park around the neighborhood here. And also, I fostered a lot of dogs this summer. I helped out with the Charles County Humane Society and rural, it's hard for me to say it all the time, rural rescue in Washington, D.C. There was a dog named Joro that got adopted, Coco. Well, actually, Coco we fostered, and tragically, the day he was here, because we couldn't keep him at the shelter, he was an old dog and it was in his last days, and he was here for one night, and in the morning, woke up my son and put him in the bed. He was sleeping next to Coco, and unfortunately, Coco passed away that morning. But he wasn't in the shelter alone, so I was very happy that we were able to get him out of the shelter at least for one last night, have a good meal, hang out with other dogs, hang out with my son Aiden, and sleep in a nice comfortable bed. So rest in peace to Coco. And another dog that I was taking care of was George Conway's dog, Bonnie. Bonnie was a corgi, and Bonnie passed away of I think it was heart failure. And rest in peace to Bonnie, and my condolences to all the dog owners that lost their dogs this year, my clients. I did get to pick up some new clients, and I'm happy that I'm very blessed that I have a big request of clients that are waiting for my services. So I was glad to help out with that, and start some new adventures with some new dogs. Some of them were a little bit I wouldn't say not friendly, but they were not socialized properly, and I was able to get them to make new friends, and now they're able to go to any dog and say hello to them and be a good dog. And that was fun to be able to help new dogs also. Even though I lost some dogs this year, I was also able to help some new dogs. Okay, so in June, we did the Groundings in Washington, D.C. I was stuck here. I was doing some family stuff, so I didn't make it, but I'm glad some of the guys from DC were able to make it to the Groundings in Chicago. I saw some of the videos. It was amazing. I'm not gonna miss it next year. Unfortunately, I missed it this year. I've been there a few times before to Chicago, and I love it there. It's a great city to go skating, especially if you know the people there, where to take you. In August, we had the Groundings right here in Washington D.C. and we got over 300 riders came in that weekend, from Canada to Australia, England, all over the East Coast. We had riders coming down to ride with us in Washington D.C. It was a full weekend event, and it was amazing. Every year gets bigger and bigger, and I love meeting new people. I'm glad the feedback that we got from them was great. That they said it was one of the best groundings they've ever been to. They got to see different parts of the city that they haven't seen before, and it was an honor for me to like show them around and to get some other riders together involved and have them show around. So we had some fast rides, some medium rides, some slow rides, and then our main ride, which was which this year we had a live DJ. So shout outs to Max and his mom and Robinson Cycles for setting up a live DJ trailer where his mom was in the bike and Max was the DJ for the event, and that was cool. They joined us like halfway of the Groundings event, and then they had to get going. They had a little difficulty with the trailer, but it was fun having them around. He played great music, so shout outs to Max and his mom. Also, in June, I got to meet the inventor and owner of Tiltboard. It's like a 3-wheeled, funky-looking device. It's called Tiltboard if you want to look it up. It's kind of like a 1-wheel skateboard / EUC. It's hard to explain. But I didn't think he was going to keep up with us on those rides. But that thing could fly, and that thing is very stable, and it could do jumps. It could go up and down hills. I was very, very impressed on how that thing can maneuver and how fast it could go and how stable it is. So if you ever want to try the Tiltboard, check them out at tiltboard.com. I'm pretty sure they're from, I think, Tel Aviv, but they were visiting the United States, so we got to meet them in Washington, D.C. and show them around also. So the other good thing that happened, that K4 Bigot that we got here a few years ago, well, thanks to Frank and Benicio and Lutalo, we were able to bring it back to life. We've had it for a few years. When it got here, it wasn't working, but thanks to Benicio's welding skills and Frank donating his expensive electric scooter, we were able to chop up that scooter and put it into the K4. And yeah, thanks Frank and Benicio. Come get the board and ride whenever you can. I've been having a lot of fun here with it. So the K4 Bigot, they got the K6 now. So if you want a board that's a little different, that you sit down, it's kind of like half bike, half scooter, half cart, but it's only 2 wheels. Check out the K6. I got to test it out at the Grounding. Somebody, I think from Philly, had it, and it was an amazing ride. That thing is super fast. The K4 is not as fast as the K6, but it's fun. It's a fun ride, and it's different, The other thing I'm gonna do is talk about the Commanders. The Commanders, they're great this year. They've been doing amazing. The Washington Commanders football team. They got a new quarterback, Daniels, and he's been tearing up the football fields. So we went and supported them. Frank had a Sunday meetup, and I went once with them. They went twice to the tailgate party at the VIP section to root for the Commanders, formerly known as the Washington Redskins. And it's always fun at the tailgate. I met people. The reason why I know what section it is for the VIP, because I used to work for the Commanders. I was in the flag team, and I used to run on the field when they get announced and start waving the flag in the middle of the field, and then I would hang out by the end zone, and whenever the Washington Redskins would score a touchdown, I would run on the end zone and wave my flag, hang out with the cheerleaders the rest of the time, and throw t-shirts to the crowd and meet fans. So that's how I know about the VIP tailgate party, because I met a lot of cool fans that have invited me there, and it's a fun event. There's a lot of food, people playing music, a lot of positivity, everybody like just being friendly and offering you food and drinks and stuff. And some of them have donation boxes, which they give the money that they make from the food and the drinks to like Children's Hospital and other organizations that help kids. So that's, if you ever want to go have a good time and help organizations, nonprofits that help kids out, definitely come to a tailgate party at the Washington Commanders parking lot, the tailgate party. So they definitely help out the community with that. The other thing I want to talk about is, one last thing. At the Washington Commanders, we got to see the Boston Dynamics robot dog. And that was really wild, seeing that robot dog go around. And he was there to do facial recognition in case there was anybody wanted that shouldn't be there, or that was in the FBI most wanted list, that would try to do something nefarious at the football game. So that was fun to see that robot in action. So towards the end of the year, we tried to do something positive. We went to the Santa Key Festival, which is like an event where you could dress up as Santa or an elf, or somebody was dressed up as what's the name? Find Waldo. Somebody was dressed up as Waldo. Found Waldo in real life.
I'm right here,
found
guys.
him.
I'm right here. You found me.
Yeah.
I don't owe you money.
Some people was dressed up as Santa's helpers, which was elves, or gingerbread. It was a gingerbread, female Santas and male Santas. We got around spreading cheers and joy. We went to see the Christmas tree at the White House. Took some pictures there, hung out there for a while, sang some songs. You know, it was fun. And that was my recap. And then the last important thing that happened, like I mentioned in the beginning, I was in a really bad car accident last night, and that was my year in review for 2024. So now I'm going to talk to you about 2025, the events that are happening coming up. So I'm going to be reading a lot from here. So starting off January 1st, like I started off in 2024, I'll be joining the DMV One Wheel Riders with my one wheel. And we're going to be doing our annual New Year's Day ride in Washington, D.C. So that's going to be an event, the first one that's happening. Obviously, we're going to be joining all the D.C. bike parties that we can once a month. We do a big D.C. bike party here in Washington, D.C. at DuPont Circle that we like to join those guys there that throw a great event. Music, lots of fun, lots of lights, and lots of positivity, people having a good time. So after that, I'm going to talk about the Cherry Blossom event. It's the Cherry Blossom Festival 2025. It's being broadcasted live on ABC. We're once again part of it. And this year, for the first time, not only one-wheel riders are going to be in it, but we're going to have all the PEV groups in Washington, D.C. join. So the D.C. PEV, Personal Electric Vehicle Community, is going to be at the Washington, D.C., actually the National Cherry Blossom Parade here in Washington, D.C. So I'm looking forward to that coming up in April. And that same day, we're doing the Eastgate DC and Gladiators season opener. So after the parade, we're going to go hang out, charge up, have a few drinks, eat something, and then around 3 o'clock, we're going to do the official season opener where all the events, start happening. A lot of rides, a lot of last-minute rides, a lot of festivals happening. And I'm going to read some of these festivals that are happening this year for one wheels, races, festivals, music festivals that you could go in your electric vehicles. I'm going to read them out for you in a few seconds. So this is what's happening. February 27th is to March 3rd is Stokebird in Miami. That's a one-wheel event, but lately it's been a few PEVs, and they welcome everybody that wants to come down. If it's too cold for you in New York or anywhere you live in the East Coast, if you want to go to some warm weather for a nice festival event, group rides all weekend, Stokebird is the place to go on February 27. Now, I might get some of these things wrong, but check it out for yourself. See what dates are happening, the times, and tickets available. Where to book your hotels, and some of these festivals you do have to pay to attend. So that's Stokebird happening February 27th till March 3rd. Shredfest is coming up June 12th. Shredfest 5, June 12th to the 16th, and that is in Winstonville, California. Oak City Shredfest is happening May 1st through the 4th in Raleigh, North Carolina. That's an awesome event also. Let It Ride, March 28th to the 30th. That's in Boulder City, Nevada. Lemonade Flow Fest, which is April 3rd through the 6th in Austin, Texas. Dirt Sofa Fest, and that's happening September 11th through the 14th in Old Fort, North Carolina. And remember, these are not... Hey, I'm talking here. Thank you. These are not in particular order, so grab a pen and pencil if you want to get the dates or the names of these events. or just rewind it, you know. So that was Let It Ride, Lemonade Floor Fest, Dirt Surfer Fest. That's coming up September 11th through the 14th in Old Fort, North Carolina. We got Windman Enduro, and that's September 19th, and that's in Winchester, Wisconsin. We got Lemonade Float Cruise, which is a little different than the Lemonade Float Fest. This is Lemonade Float Cruise, November 3rd through the 8th in Austin, Texas. Also, you have another event. It's a Dirt Surfer Enduro in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That's October 10th through the 12th coming up. And then we got Float Ghost, October 25th to the 27th in Charleston, South Carolina. Def Punk's Fall Fest, October 16th through the 19th in Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. One Wheel Desert Camp, March 11th through the 14th in Las Vegas and Utah. You could also, if you want to, there's been a lot of PEVs going to Burning Man 2025. So Burning Man is August 24th through September 1st. That's in Black Rock City, Nevada. Amped Games is October. There's not too many details as far as the dates, so I guess they'll be updating that. But that's coming in October, Amped Games. It's like if you like to race one wheels and electric unicycles. Amped Games is like some serious racers there if you want to test your skills against those guys. Then you got Electrify Expo, and they're doing 8 cities this year. Electrify Expo, some really nice people. They put some great shows. They were here in Washington D.C. 2 years ago, but they're gonna be in 8 different cities this year, and that's gonna be in Orlando, Long Beach, Seattle, Chicago, Phoenix, Dallas, San Francisco, and New York City. Go to electrifyexpo.com, check out the dates, prices, and all the details that they have there. There's some great group of guys. Shout outs to Dave Chung, for one of my friends, for putting that together. He's a really cool guy that I met when they were here in DC. But everybody is cool. I love that group of guys. They put a really good show. It's not only cars, it's also electric motorcycles, electric skateboards, vintage cars that they've turned into electric. They have races now. They have the Electrify Expo Race Series. So if you want to compete in some of the races, you could join them also. They have all kinds of PEVs for that. Then we got the Groundings in Chicago coming in mid-June. We haven't put a date yet. We got to talk about that soon. So that's Chicago Groundings. It's a fun event. And we got the Groundings DC. That's coming mid-August. If you haven't been to the Groundings, ask around. I mean, it's one of the, I'm not going to say the best. It's one of the most chill events that we do in the whole year here in Washington, D.C. And I really enjoy helping put together. It's a team of people that put this together, but I'm very blessed to be part of it, and I really enjoy being part of the event for the Groundings. Hopefully we have some good sponsors this year, and we get some new sponsors. You know, last year we had Powerful Lithium, Rider Bag, what's that place? One Stop Board Shop, Wired Rides. Wired Rides was fun also. But yeah, we did a ride for the season opener last year for the Eastgate DC Gladiators. We did a ride to Wired Rides in Bethesda. Those guys are fun. They fed us pizza. All the guys got to see all the rides that they have there. They have bikes. They have e-scooters. And some of the guys did like a nice burnout in front of the place. We did some nice pictures. Then we went out for some rides. So that is for that was Wide Rides. If you ever need e-scooter or e-bike, or if you need repairs, it's in Washington D.C. The guys will take care of it. AK, what's up, AK? How you doing, buddy? He's one of the owners there. So those are some of the events for 2025. We hope you get out and have some fun coming this year in 2025. Please wear your helmets and wear your gear so we can see you in 2026. So you know, even if you're going like over 15 miles an hour, or if you're riding in big groups, please wear a full face helmet, because you never know. You may be a great rider, but somebody could come from behind you and just smack you or lose control, get distracted, you know. Or you may be in a city where you don't know the streets and a pothole could come up out of nowhere. So just always gear up, guys. We had a few people pass away, unfortunately, riding the PEVs all around the world. And most of them didn't have gears. So make sure you gear up. I don't want to see no more bad news, about people passing away from this sport and that we love so much. So I want to thank you for watching One Wheel Dog Walker this year. We look forward to bringing you some more fun episodes. We have some good ideas of some episodes that we're gonna do and teach you how to ride a one wheel with your dog. If you've never ridden a one wheel, I'll also be doing some shows about how to ride a one wheel, and the things that you got to look out for, and the positive things, what the one wheel and the one wheel community brings to people. Because sometimes there's a lot of disabled people that they can't ride bicycles, or they can't. There's a guy that doesn't have an arm, so he can't really ride a bicycle like normal. So he loves riding his one wheel. There's veterans that have bad knees, or they're just mentally, messed up from being, deployed at wars. And this community has helped them make new friends and get out there instead of being home all day. So we enjoy doing these rides and festivals because it helps people get out of the house, stay in shape, and stay mentally in shape also, make new friends. So if you made it to the end of this video, I really want to thank you. That little button down there, it's not a marriage proposal. We're not getting married. It's just, just hit the subscribe button. We're not getting engaged. It's just a button. So thank you for watching the show. And I really want to thank everybody at Frantic TV. I'm not the only one that does a show. We have some great guys. We have Bruce that answers legal questions. We have Sven that does shows from Miami and South Florida. A lot of cool rides that they do all year round because the weather is really nice there. And my show, and then Felix and Uncle Richie's show. Felix does a lot of cool stuff too, and Uncle Richie gives it to you straight up, straight up raw. He has no filter, and I love it. I love that he speaks his mind, and that's what he has his opinions, and a lot of them are valid. So I really respect Uncle Richie for being part of Frantic TV, and he's an old veteran, and we gotta respect these guys that are trying to look out for us and give us good advice. I look forward to seeing you guys in 2025. Please stay safe and get out there and ride. Get out there and ride and have fun, because like last night, I didn't know if I was gonna make it. Like literally when I got hit by that car, I was pinching myself, make sure I was alive, because it was a hard hit. So I'm glad to be here. I'm glad I'm gonna be able to ride in 2026 and see you guys again. So be careful, stay safe. See you guys in the next show.